Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. Today we will be talking about the sign Gemini and how it behaves in the 12 houses in the horoscope. We are doing this entire series of different signs when they are placed in different houses by virtue of being in different ascendants, how the results play out for the native. So let's start with the Gemini in the Lagna or the ascendant first, or the first house first. Now Gemini in the ascendant or in the first house means that the person is somebody who likes to communicate and his life is about communication. This person is very suave, very sophisticated and can communicate very well, can influence people very well and can market or brand things very well. So this person also carries a persona of somebody who himself is good in communication, good in language, good in how he or she uses communication to be able to get their message across. Also, these people, when they talk, normally they will talk in the line of ethics. So their discussions or anything that they are communicating with will be around life in general. So that means they are logical, they are practical also by virtue of Mercury ruling the sign of Gemini, but at the same time they are very mindful of what ethics, what morals they are able to put forth to people, because their biggest power to influence is how they carry themselves also, their own presentation skills, and through that these people are able to influence a wide array of people. And generally Gemini people are known to be very friendly, they are able to mingle with people very easily. Generally they will be extrovert in nature, however there may be some of them who may be introvert in nature, yet they will have one or two people surely who they will open up their heart or who share their secrets. Gemini people generally, when you talk to them, when you deal with them, you will find that on their face you may not know what's going on inside. They will be somebody who will be very cheerful all the time, they will be good to talk to, and they will be always smiling and showcasing at least positivity outside. Very rarely will you find a Gemini person who will come across as somebody who's sulking all the time, or who shows a morose face, or seems to be sad all the time, or is difficult to deal with. Even if they are facing a challenge, a problem, you will find that these people are able to put their problems back and at that current moment, at that particular moment, deal with the situation accordingly, logically, practically, and with all the suave and charm at their end. So these people are generally very affable. Also, when they deal with life's challenges and situations, generally they like to think through deeply, and only then when they have all the points covered do they like to take a decision. And hence sometimes these people come across as people who are indecisive, or somebody who is not able to take decisions quickly and easily, or who may go back on their decisions, even their commitments sometimes, though rarely, when they feel that it will not serve. And why they think so much is also sometimes because they think on both the sides. They also don't want to come across as somebody who cheated others, who has taken others for a ride. So because they are thinking from both the sides, what will serve the other person, what will serve me, because of that there is a dilemma, because you can't keep both the sides very happy in any communication, relationship or negotiation. So generally these people may come across as somebody who takes more time to take a decision also. However, on the whole, Gemini people are people who are affable, who are cheerful, who are likable, who use the power of communication to be able to put their message across, and generally in any walk of area of life, whenever they deal with any situation, they will depend on their instinct, their logical skills, their quick thinking skills, their wittiness, their power of communication and their positivity. And that is the presence of the Gemini sign in the first house. Gemini in the second house is a placement where communication is the plethora of getting in your livelihood, your income, and how you deal with life in general, especially when connected to family members, because here the Gemini person with the second house having the Gemini sign will be somebody who will also talk in terms of family, tribe, community. So their discussions will be around these, or at least they will be mindful that they don't put these people down. So family is important for them, the tribe, the community is also important for them, so they will like to carry everybody along. Even in their communication skills, or when they communicate with others, they would talk about principles and values. So in their talk itself, in their discussions itself, in their negotiations itself, in their any back and forth that they do, or any selling or buying that they do, or any influencing in general that they do, they will be mindful that I should not come across as somebody who's not fair or unfair, or who's taking anybody for a ride, because they don't want to come across as somebody who don't know how to deal with situation and be able to balance both the sides. Also, Gemini people in the second house like to have a good time in life, they like to lead a good life, and one of the important things of the good life is also good food. So they don't mind traveling some distance for good food also. They may call their friends over, they may call the family over, or take their family or friends to some place which they feel is a good place to eat, where they can sit down with friends, talk, chit chat, have a good time, and then come back. And so generally they are also choosy about the place that they are going with their friends or their family with. If at all they are not comfortable in a situation, the Gemini person with Gemini sign in the second house, will like to keep quiet or say less or talk less, rather than blurt out whatever comes to their mind. At least they would not like to hurt people, because their values, the family tradition, the tradition of the family doesn't allow them to blurt and hurt anybody. Also, when they deal with life situations, they will think through and they'll communicate in a manner which does not come across as crass or obtrusive or very, very aggressive. They will talk in such a manner that they will come across as somebody who makes sense. And even in their livelihood, the way they earn their livelihood, there will be some area which will be connected to communication or influencing people or dealing with people, and through that they are able to make a mark for themselves. Gemini sign in the second house is also about how these people will have something related to the media, or something related to customer service, or something related to communication long distance, or their job will have some part which will have communication, sending mails, talking, dealing with people also. So if you want to deal with somebody who is logical, practical, but has strong family roots, has strong roots of ethics, morality, and who has communication as the bedrock, and influencing people and taking care of people and dealing with people at the basis of their livelihood, of their work, then that is the sign of Gemini in this second house. Gemini in the third house is a natural placement for people, because Gemini is the natural ruler of the third house. Such a person with Gemini in the third house, obviously with being the Aries ascendant, will be somebody who likes to talk, likes to communicate, and is very good at presentation. They are also very good at the social media. If they write blogs, they will write very well. They can get a lot of people to read their articles. If they write something which is printed, then too they can reach a wide array of people, and through their communication skills they can influence a number of people. And hence, generally, with a strong Gemini sign in the third house, presence of benefits in that, aspects of benefits on that, you will find these people are connected some way to the media, or maybe communicating with wide array of people, either related to work or through YouTube, or maybe to write blogs or stories. So somewhere there will be a media touch for them, or communication will be the bedrock of how they influence others. These people, a lot of such people can be in either print media, publishing media, also in the sales field, also in the marketing field also. Many of these people can also be in business or doing their own business as well. So very strong placement, very affable people, very practical people, but a strong basis of communication in dealing with life's various challenges and wanting to do something on their own. These people don't like to work under somebody. They like to be their own masters. If they work under any boss, any supervisor and any manager, then they also like to have a lot of flexibility to be able to do things. The reason being is they feel very responsible and accountable for their work, and if they don't get enough flexibility to be able to get results as is expected out of them, then they feel that they don't deserve to be called out, and hence they like to take responsibility, and for the responsibility they also want more flexibility. These people are the ones who will have a good variety of interpersonal skills through which they have reached out to a number of people through intra-department connections as well. So they may work in one department, but they may have their roots in different departments, knowing different people, and they may be able to get their work done very easily. If at all they don't know somebody of a particular type of work, then they will have friends who will then connect them to others. So their roots are very strong. It's easy for them to find the right people if they get into a certain job or if they get into a certain situation where they need to reach out to a particular profile of people. So people who are very strong in their communication, strong in their marketing, strong in their influencing skills, and who have the ability to be able to do something on their own, run their own business, be their own boss, is the placement of the Gemini sign in the third house for you. Gemini sign in the fourth house is a very strong placement for a person who likes to deal with life's challenges, especially connected to the domestic life through communication, through influencing. So these people will have long discussions with spouse, long discussions at home. They like to sit down and talk. If they find some time free from their work, the best thing for them is to have family time or social time with friends. Maybe they will call friends over, go over to friends' place, or call friends at a social place, and they like to sit down and talk, share the experiences, have fun, joke, and that's how they feel life should be led. And that is when they are the happiest. They're happiest at home, communicating with friends, communicating with family, communicating with extended family, all their well-wishers, having a good time, having good food, having good drinks maybe, and through that, through the peace of mind, peaceful atmosphere at home, they feel the happiest. Yet these people can be very intellectual. They can be very clever also. However, because having the empathy, the family, the domestic life focus, they will never try to cheat people in spite of being very clever. These people can be very well placed in a marketing environment, especially related to the real estate or the building industry or even the IT industry. But somewhere the communication can also be the bedrock. Many such people with Gemini in the fourth house also like to communicate from home or about home. So they will be putting pictures on the social media about their family, about their friends, about their children. They like to communicate about home or home environment or the domestic life. So if they go out with family, they would like to post pictures, maybe on Facebook, maybe on Instagram. They would generally want their friends to know that how they feel or what they are going through. They are very well connected, and families get connected to each other very well. These people are also the ones who, if there is a challenge at home, they would like to sit down and talk to sort it out. These people don't like to get aggressive, scream, shout, and the last thing they would like to do is to lose their temper. If at all they lose their temper, you can be rest assured their hot buttons have been pushed many times before they have given into their temper, before they are given into their aggression. These people are also the ones who, while working from an intellectual perspective, have a lot of empathy also, a lot of understanding also about others. These people are able to understand very easily what the other person wants to say. especially about family members. They seem to have this intuition where they get to understand what the person is trying to say. Their sense of understanding is very, very strong. So people who can be good family people, those people who can be very strong influencers of others in general about society and about other areas of life, yet at the same time be somebody who is very strong in their work, be able to do very well in things connected to the domestic environment, in communication, in print media, but related to building, related to the home, related to the domestic environment, and anything connected to the home is the placement of the Gemini sign in the 4th house for you. The Gemini sign in the 5th house is a strong placement of a person who likes to communicate as a means of enjoyment, as a means of reaching out to other people, as a means of also showcasing their talent, showcasing their skill. Such people can be very good writers, such people can be very good singers. Generally, such people with Gemini in the 5th house will have very good voices. They will have something different about their voices. Either they will have a very sweet voice, or they will have a very heavy voice. They will have a very unusual voice. And many such people also put their voice to good use. They may be in some environments where they are able to voice out either through singing or through the social media or through YouTube or on WhatsApp. In some way they will be able to voice out what they like to say, what they want to do, what they want to put across. Such people may also make a hobby connected to communication. So they may like to spend time on the social media, they may like to spend time on WhatsApp, they may like to spend time on Facebook, on some social media tool. They would like to spend a lot of time. Even when they are with family members, they will be building with the phone, they will be doing something with the phone all the time, sending pictures across, sending messages across. So they will be connected with the outside world even when they have their own time, even when they have their own family time. These people like to spend time with family, especially if they have children. They will like to give more time to the children and spend time talking with children, understanding what their challenges are, what their issues are, guiding children also. And these people can be extremely good at being able to communicate about their interests, about their hobbies. If they develop a certain hobby or they have an interest in certain things, they will be able to put across that idea. They will be able to influence others very, very strongly. For example, if somebody is doing the share market or is involved in the cryptocurrency, the crypto world, then they will be able to talk about this for hours, influence other people and be able to sell what they want to tell others. If these people are into a hobby or something, even that they will be able to communicate very well. Many such people may also talk about or write about or communicate about what they like to do or their interests through some print media. A lot of such people may want to make YouTube channel videos about something that they have a strong affiliation to, liking towards. They may also like to print about or write blogs about some hobby that they have. In some way or the other, they are master communicators, master influencers. Many such people with Gemini sign in the 5th house are also very good actors or dancers or singers, but some way or the other they will be people who may be able to showcase their skills very well if at all they go there on that tangent. People who are very strong in finance, accounts, IT fields, any logical reasoning field, these people will be very, very good. And these people are also the ones who are very intelligent in their education. They will be very intelligent, especially in the school time. They will be somebody who will be off top of their agenda. So people who are intelligent, who are clever, yet affable, yet very, very likable, people who have very unique voices, who can do something very, very unique using social media, using mass media, and do very, very well, become celebrity on their own right, are the people with the Gemini sign in the 5th house for you. People with the Gemini sign in the 6th house are the people who in some way or the other find their service connected to communication. Some of these people may be people who communicate for a living in areas such as customer service or in the back end or their work may be connected to programming, writing programming language, writing codes of programs, or talking to people across companies. These people may be the heads of department, or these people may be the representative of the departments. These people may also be as a representative of their departments into many other committees, many other such extracurricular activities or other activities in the offices where each department has to have a representative. They will find that they end up being people who are asked to do presentations, prepare presentations, or represent the department, because they are very good in making presentations, they are very good at putting their points across, they are very good at being able to understand data and then present data also. And so many times they find that their service, their careers, their jobs may be connected to communication. Such people will also be people who will be able to influence even those people who are their competitors. So if they find that some people are not able to get along with them or having some sort of an animosity with them, then these people will reach out to them, will be able to sit down with them, communicate with them, and more often than not allay their fears, remove the challenges in the mind that the person may be carrying, and be able to break down the walls of communication, break down the walls of animosity. So such people generally will have very few people who will be working behind their back to do something against them. Generally they will get along with many people and very easily, or they will turn other people toward themselves also. So generally people who have a lot of communication in teams at work, so some way or the other, the number of people that they get in touch with on a day-to-day basis will be high generally. Some people may be working in IT industry where the touch points are not so many. However, even when they are working in slightly less communication fields, they will find their work gets connected to communication in some way or the other, where they need to send their communication across, or they need to send their work across, and then there is a back and forth, maybe through mails. But communication, influencing, marketing, printing, publishing, being the backbone of their work, being the foundation of their work, being the backbone of how they come across to people, how they deal with people, is the Gemini sign in the 6th house for you. Gemini sign in the 7th house is a sign of people who like to talk, like to indulge with, or deal with people on a day-to-day basis in a very calm, measured environment, in a very analytical environment, in a very logical environment, in the logical manner. However, at the same time, in a very peaceful and very calm demeanor. These people may have to deal with different people on a day-to-day basis. In their organization, they will have a wide array of people whom they need to talk to or deal with on a day-to-day basis. And so these people depend mostly on their communication skills, mostly on their influential skills, mostly on the skills to be able to bring people together, to be able to resolve challenges, to be able to deal with situations on a day-to-day basis. Such people are also the ones who may have charmed their spouses of their feet during the time of dating, and because of that, because of how they communicate, how they talk, how they come across, how presentable they are, how they look, because of which somebody must have fallen for them. And so these people are generally people who are very presentable, very likable, who may be very suave, who may be always be smiling, but their trump card will be the communication, the way they talk, the way they influence. They will be very sophisticated in the manner how they deal with people, and so in teamwork or in partnerships, or when they have to partner with somebody, they will find that they have an upper hand in communication. Nobody will be able to steal a march over them. And sometimes their spouse may also have this challenge with them, that this person is able to talk his or her way out of situations, or this person doesn't listen to me as much as, or this person is very clever to be able to maneuver his or her way away from tough situations. So these people, their backbone is to be able to communicate and get out of tricky situations, but at the same time to keep the calm in place, to keep the calm in teamwork, in partnership, in their domestic environment, in their marital relationship, Their trump card obviously is communication, their ability to be able to calm people, to patiently deal with people, to be able to sit down with people and to be able to talk and influence their way towards anything that they want to achieve. Yet sometimes they find, because of thinking from both the sides, they end up being at the receiving end also, because they're thinking, what will the other person think? Will the person be able to accept what I'm saying? So many times this in their mind, they may have this duality of their mind, and hence many times they, because of thinking on the both sides also, they find that they are at the receiving end. And so many times initial relationships of theirs may go through ups and downs before they are able to fathom that sometimes it is better not to talk so much and not to be able to divulge everything. People who are not able to keep secrets very easily, especially from their loved ones or their spouses, and they get found out. But that's how they are. They are very likable, they are very ethical, they are very moral, and the approach towards life is to be able to communicate, to be able to solve all challenges, all issues, and to keep relationships on top of things. That is the placement of the Gemini sign in the 7th house for you. The Gemini sign in the 8th house is the sign of how somebody, in the matters of extreme challenges, in the matters of obstructions, issues, they find that their ability to be able to think through, think clearly, be able to think from both the sides, be able to think logically, practically, and through that they are able to solve challenges, overcome obstructions. And hence this is the strong placement of somebody who in the most trying of circumstances can think logically, can think clearly. At the spur of the moment, in the initial phases, they may be a little lost because they are trying to get their thoughts together, but they'll get their calm very fast, they'll get their patience very fast, and they will be able to deal with the most challenges very easily. And when they face obstructions, they like to communicate their way out of it, or deal with people in a logical manner, in a very mature manner, in a very adult manner. So they will sit down with people, talk about it, and through their suave communication, their presentation skills, and the ability to be able to influence anybody and everybody, they are able to throw down or break down the obstructions which come before them. However, many times they are removing obstructions for others. They are removing obstructions for their spouse, they are removing obstructions for their family or children, they are removing obstructions for their boss or for their department. But they themselves seem to be at the receiving end, where they are not able to put their game on top. So these people generally are able to get more done for others and less than for themselves. So they struggle at jobs, they struggle in their fields, they struggle in the initial phases of life, and only after many years and many struggles and many walls that they have broken down are they able to get ultimate success. So people who will face challenges with a smile, who will be able to break down barriers between themselves and others through their practicality, through how they are able to keep a very affable nature, through their communication skills and their influencing skills, they will be able to put their points across in a selling manner, in a influencing manner, in a marketing manner, in a friendly manner, and be able to make their way through that other people with the Gemini sign in the 8th house for you. The people with the Gemini sign in the 9th house are people who are very, very intelligent, very clever, and these people seem to get a lot of information or imbibe a lot of information very, very easily. Very, very knowledgeable. These people seem to know a lot of things around the world, about a lot of topics. They are very well connected on the social media, they are very well connected to what's happening around them, they are very well connected with their friends. These people seem to be in connection with people across boundaries also. So they will have friends, they will have family who are living in different countries, but these people are in regular touch with these people, and through communication they are able to reach out to people across boundaries more than others. So in a group of friends, if there is somebody who is more well connected than the others comparatively, you will find that the Gemini in the 9th house will be that person who is more well connected, who may also be more liked by the group. So in a group of 6-7 people, if there is one person who is most popular, who stands out, and who reaches out to others, and most likable group people would want this person to be a part of the group, want to be a part of the parties, then would be this person with the Gemini sign in the 9th house. Such people can do very well in publishing, in printing, and generally they will have something or the other connected to printing, publishing. For example, in their education qualifications, you will find that these people are very intellectual, they are very intelligent, and they are able to get a lot of degrees. They are able to get qualification easier than the others. Some or the other qualification may also be related to, in some way or the other, related to communication. If they are writing codes in IT, or they are selling and marketing, or they are teaching, or they themselves are learning, or they are doing the PhDs, communication, learning, high degree, high qualification will be the backbone of these people's activities. These people will also be those people who may, if they are working in MNCs, then they will also be able to sell their ideas, sell their influencing discussions and thoughts to other people very easily, more easily than the others. So many times these people may travel also a lot to communicate, to present, to talk. If they don't travel, then maybe through the conference calls or through WhatsApp voice calls or Zoom calls, some way or the other, communication becomes the manner in which they deal with things, deal with people, deal with situations, and deal with their profession as well. Such people can be ones who can write very well, write novels, fiction or non-fiction very well, and if they come out with a book or they write something, then this can be very easily liked by people and will be appreciated by a number of people, by a multitude of people. And so people who are likable to a wide variety of people across cultures, working in MNC companies, being able to solve problems, be able to print, be able to influence people across the world, get a lot of educational qualifications, and have knowledge or information of wide variety of things at their fingertips are the people with the Gemini sign in the 9th house for you. People with the Gemini sign in the 10th house are the people who in their work environment or at work are people who will be very well connected, not only within the department but also outside the department. These people seem to know what's happening in the grapevine very easily and be well connected. If for some reason they are not connected to the grapevine, then communication will be the backbone of their work. These people will be sending a lot of mails every day, they will be sending out proposals, they will be sending out notes, they may be sending out presentations, they may be sending out the coding that they're doing. Something or the other connected to work will be about communication. These people will also be presenting a lot of material to others, or presenting in meetings, presenting even to groups of people. Because they have good communication skills, they are liked by others, they are liked by supervisors, their managers, higher ups. These people generally may be the ones who are chosen also to present, to communicate with people. These people may also be very strongly connected to the marketing department, to the sales department also. So these people can also become not only people who are working in the marketing or sales department, but also strong liaising officers also. These people can work in the HR department, can run engagement activities. They can be ones who are dealing with outside of the department, intra-department, to be able to bring teams together, to be able to work together. So in some way or the other, getting teams together, getting projects together, getting work done to a very affable, connected environment with others is the placement of Gemini sign person when it gets connected to the 10th house. These people in general have very good communication skills, but also good relations with supervisors and bosses, and are able to influence them very easily, very strongly. However, in some cases, in spite of being very good in their work, very good in their marketing, very good in their presentations, very intellectual, very practical, very logical in their work, very analytical in their work, very perfectionist in their work, yet they may find that they are not able to sell themselves, their own work, as well as they sell the work of the department or the team or the bosses. So to be able to put their own development, own promotion, own growth across, sometimes they hesitate, or they may not find the right words, or they may not be able to influence others easily. And so these people struggle where others may be able to do much better than them connected to work. This can also be because these people are very affable, they are very likable also, but they are not as aggressive as may be needed. For example, somebody with Aries in the 10th house, for example. So such people take their time, they work very hard, but after a lot of time, lot of patience, lot of perseverance over a period of time, who are able to get the growth, the development, but definitely will not be the last people being the nice guys, nice people are the people with the Gemini sign in the 10th house for you. The people with the Gemini sign in the 11th house are ones who are very well connected to society, or they are very concerned about societal challenges, societal matters, and what's happening in the neighborhood or around them or the world around them. So these people like to have a good social life. These people don't like to be relegated to the home. They like to be outside. So if they want to enjoy with their family, then too they would like to go to a restaurant or go and visit friends, or go to a place where they can sit down, they can chill. If they are dating, they would like to go to a pub or go to a coffee shop or go to a nice restaurant or maybe travel the world. However, these people can seldom keep quiet by themselves in a corner without doing anything. If at all they are not the very sociable kinds, they are the they are the quiet types, then they would like to sit down in a corner, maybe reading a book or devouring some material which they can either keep them entertained or keep them more knowledgeable also. So such people make good use of the time. Either they will make good use of the time socially, outside of their home environment, outside of their caves, and do something connected to work, connected to the social media, connected to the social network, either through work or through enjoyment or letting their hair down. So something or the other on the outside in the society they will be doing. If not, they will be doing something on their own which is also adding value to them, either keeping them happy or keeping them peaceful, or adding to their knowledge, adding to their information, adding to their learning. So these people are the ones who put best use of the time that they have. Very seldom will they just let time to go by. If they are doing nothing, if they are sitting, then their mind is working, trying to solve challenges, solve problems, find solutions to others, and many times the challenges that they are solving in the mind are not only theirs or not their own. They will have somebody else who may be figuring in their minds, figuring in their thoughts, or figuring in the solution finding process that their mind is going through. So either they are thinking of work, or they are thinking about some friend's challenge or problem, or they are thinking about their family. But some way or the other, thinking about others, thinking about society, thinking about friends, and thinking about what good they can do, what value they can bring, are the people with Gemini in the 11th house. So people who will do something in their lives to better the life of others, better the life of family, better the life of colleagues, better the life of their supervisors and managers, and help them grow themselves and do something at work which will help the department, which will help the organization, which will help the industry and help the society in general, are the people with the Gemini sign in the 11th house for you. The people with the sign of Gemini in the 12th house are the ones who are very, very worldly and spiritual at the same time. These people will be able to talk with people, deal with people, influence people very, very strongly. Very, very hardworking people, putting in a lot of effort. But many times, because of having Gemini sign in the 12th house, they seem to be breaking their head against a wall. Because whatever the work they may do, whatever communication they may do, everything will not bring them fruits. So sometimes they have to struggle. They have to struggle to try to convince people. So they may have to struggle with their partners, struggle at home with some family members, struggle in their work environment, struggle with some team members, but there will always be some struggle in their communication. Not that they are not good in their communication, they are very good in their communication, they are very good in their language, but sometimes, somewhere or the other, misunderstanding seems to be creeping in all the time. And so these people many times have to work harder to be able to establish good relationship with the spouse, to have a better environment at home, to have more stronger friends who are not just trying to get advantage of them but also wanting to give back. and also to have an environment at work where they also get as well appreciated and get rewarded as much as the work that they put in. But surely this is definitely a struggle. It is not an easy thing for such people with Gemini in the 12th house. These people may find that they generally work in large organizations, they may be working in multinational companies, but they will find that their work gets connected to both the worlds. They will have a different work environment in the workplace, but they may also be connected to some way or the other the work getting connected to a wide variety of audiences whose reach will be across the world, or definitely much larger, much bigger than just the immediate surroundings, which means that their work gets connected to wide variety of people and their work brings solace, brings value add to a number of people, to a multitude of people. But as I said, they are also spiritual in their take on life. So there is this question which also is in your mind, that what am I doing, what is my karma, will I have a good life, will I have financial security? And so many times this thought internally may also eat them up, especially if they are not getting the kind of growth that they want, the kind of development that they want, the kind of financial security that they want or they deserve. If they are not able to get it or in the time that they want, then definitely this internal communication seems to be bothering them all the time. Many times they have to retrace their steps or work harder in the organization, or retrace their steps or work harder on their relationships, or retrace their steps or work harder on their financial security before they get success. And so many times it takes years together with the people in the Gemini sign in the 12th house to be able to find both a worldly success at the same time a spiritual peace in their mind, because these people seldom can do anything wrong against people. Their strong sense of values, ethics does not allow them to go against the grind. Though it's not that they don't get opportunities to cheat or hoodwink people or manipulate people, but these are the last people who will take advantage of others or cheat just to get ahead and to get some growth or get some money in their pocket. So people who will struggle through life yet be living a moral, ethical life, will be very spiritual in how they see the world, yet be working very hard and ready to bid their time and be patient before they get good spiritual as well as material success, are the people with the Gemini sign in the 12th house for you. So friends, now that we have discussed how the Gemini sign in the 12th house gets placed, what it brings to the table, what possibilities and probabilities it brings to people, please check where your Gemini sign is and see what yogas it is in, what aspects it is in, where Mercury gets placed, what planets are placed in the Gemini sign, and based on that, different permutations, combinations, possibilities and probabilities may come by for you. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the links given below. Till some other time with some other video, this is a friend astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.